How have you changed in the past 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and how has that impacted you as a person, as a man, as a woman, internally? So, thinking about myself right now, thinking about my entrepreneurial ventures, what I've done. So, this being one of them, all right, of course, this is like the sixth or something, fourth, I don't know. So let's go back to when I was 20. I'm 23 now. When I was 20, I was working in a gym for a bit. It wasn't for that long, like a few weeks, a month. I didn't like it at first. I didn't like I didn't like the environment and that. So I was like, I was trying to feel it out for a bit, like maybe like a week more, 2 weeks more, and then I was like, this ain't for me. I left, and then doing some other, like maybe helping my cousin with some other job or something like that. And then I eventually, and then I decided to wash cars actually. Yeah, then I decided it was in the summertime. I think summer of 23 it was, or summer of 24. Summer of 24. Summer of 24, yeah. I literally like, I watched the course, on it. I watched the course on how to, like, so they were talking about basically the different ways to make money. So on the YouTube videos I saw online. So one of them was like flipping items, which I did at the same time, and then another was car washing. So these are things you can do when you're making, like, if you make zero money right now, then you can make money today to do this, like literally. And yeah, they're not going to be easy, obviously, but with persistency and honestly, I was going to say persistency and hard work, but honestly, it's literally like it's a lot of because you could do like a kind of like a decent okay job with washing a car, and they'll be like, and the person would be like, okay, you missed that part and you didn't do that part right, mate. But they still pay you. Maybe they won't pay you the whole thing. Obviously, you want to get paid the whole thing, but basically, what I'm saying is that is like knocking on door after door after door to tell people like, hi, I mean, the thing is, the thing I would say is, hi, my name's Sahel. I was just in the area. I was in the area. I'm washing. No, what did I say? Yeah, hi, my name's Sahel. I was just wondering if you need a car wash today. I said something like that. I think that or that exactly or something around there, and when you say it like when you I think when you give your name, it makes it like personal that way. And it's like, oh, straight away they're not like they don't have a. It's not like they don't have a clue who I am now. They have, at least they know my name. They know something about me now. And it's like, yeah, and you don't tell them the price. I'll never ever tell them the price. Only like when they would ask. I think I started at like £16 for like small cars, so it was definitely too cheap to start. And it was like £16, and I remember like I got one where, so I remember like first house I knocked on, and actually for first 10 minutes of me walking around. I was walking around in the area with my buckets. It was like two buckets I had, one for like the sponge stuff and then one for the water, filled with all of like the sprays and then like a couple of sponges and spray for your window to polish the window, whatever, microfiber cloth and all that. Yeah, whatever. And then yeah, so I'm walking around for the first like 10 minutes, just with my buckets, like, okay, what? And then I remember one like just kind of like nervous, like, I'm wait, I actually knock on doors now and actually do that. Oh, okay, all right, okay, this is real now. Okay, yeah. And then I remember like when someone was like a lady was like passing me, I'd be holding the buckets like this, like acting like, oh wait, is this someone? Oh, is it? Am I going to this location or that location? I'd be actually acting like I'm looking for like a house nearby to go to or something. Someone has called me for a job or something like that. I remember the first house I knocked, and then I was finally like, all right, so I'm gonna knock on the door, and then I think I kind of no, I think I used ChatGPT actually to ask what to say, and that's where I got it from. And then like I asked the guy, my name's Sahel, I was just in the area. I was wondering if you need a car wash. And I remember like for some reason there was a lot of like shadow, so I could like just about see his face. And he was like, no, I'm alright though, but good on you, man, good on you, So like it was like straight at that respect. So I got rejected, but I got that respect. So it was like, I didn't get the yes, didn't get the money there, but I got some respect. So appreciate that. And then second house I knock on, she says yes. No, it was a guy. He said yes. Gave me the money before, which I was quite surprised at. Two people did actually, and then yeah. So then I started washing his car, and then the neighbor saw me, and then she was like, "Could you, once you're done with his, could you wash my car?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then she also gave me the money as well before. She was like, made a joke like, don't 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 yeah don't yeah don't trying to remember now. It's like 2.5 years ago or something now. Yeah, don't do a runner, something like that. Yeah, that was a joke. But and then she gave me the money, and then yeah, I washed his car, and then just moved on to the neighbors, and yeah, washed her car, and she said, yeah, I don't know if they're like not gonna let them out. Yeah, washed the car, made sure it was all good. Made like £32 straight away, and I think the lady, no, she gave me 20 actually. I asked for 16, and no, before I think maybe before I told her the price or something, or maybe I was charging 18 for like a medium sized car. But yeah, she gave me like 20. So I made £36, like, and then yeah, just like that, like sick, nice. And I was knocking on a bunch of other doors. It was all rejections, all rejections. And then I decided to like maybe after hour and a half, hour 40, hour 2 hours maybe outside in total, including like washing those cars, which took me probably like hour and a half maybe for both. So then 30 minutes more knocking on doors, something like that, or maybe 2.5 hours outside. I was outside for quite a while. I remember, in the heat, and it was probably like 32 degrees, 33 or something. It was hot out. But I didn't care. I wanted money. I wanted money. But yeah, and then I remember, yeah, I stopped doing that after 2 or 3 weeks, because I quickly realized like it's 95%, 98%, 99% rejection, honestly. And I'm just walking, and I could be making money from other things, honestly. So, and then I think some, and then I think I was working on my YouTube channel. I had another YouTube channel at the time. I was trying to put my focus into that. Oh no, also, like I said before, flipping items. So I started literally like just selling items in my house. So just old things we didn't need anymore, like table tennis bats, like a portable net or something. And then also we had a lot of like these they're called brick slips. Like my dad had like a lot of them like spare, from previous like building projects. We've had like from work in the house and that. And so yeah, literally, I took a picture of one of them. From the flipping course, I learned how to take the picture, or how many different pictures you want to take. Like for example, even with like a brick slip, for example, you want to measure the length and the width of it, even adding that, and so many things that, like, normal people, average people, would just say, just people normally wouldn't think to actually do, because they'd be like, oh, I'll just take a picture of this one or two, three maybe, and then post it. It's brick slips. It's in decent condition. Let me know if you want to pick it up. I don't do drop offs. That's it. They'll leave it at that. But me, I took all these different pictures from all these different angles, measured the length, width. Um, mention it's available on request. Like, putting like things like that in the description does help, because obviously people know, yeah, okay, I can message this person, just let them and just ask about it. But if you put something like available on request, or it makes it more like more special in a way. It can, you know, I think so, and it's worked for me. So, and those did really well. I had a weird look at like maybe 800, maybe 1,000 brick slips, something like that. I was selling it for some good profit, for some good profit. For what my dad had bought it for, I bought it for like I maybe like 750, £800 profit. So pretty good. And it, I told my dad, like this is your money, like take it. But he's like, and then I thought, okay, maybe we can do maybe I keep 40%, or maybe I keep 60%, you keep 40 because you paid for that. And he was like, no, you've earned it, so, which I appreciate, of course. And but that was nice. I had all this cash down, like in my bedroom, like drawer, in my bed drawer, and then I was like, and then eventually put in the ATM. Yeah, that was a sick one. And then of course the personal training business, which I still have. Still got a good few, a good few clients with that. That's going well. It's been good. I like that. Like the first thing with that was clearing this whole place, this whole shed. So, and then I bought this equipment. This was new. This pull-up bar, dip bar, I had that before already, for like 2 years or something. And then we got like the multi gym. That was pretty recent. That was like already like a few months into doing the business, which people love as well. It's like it's great for beginners. Less like tension on joints and that. But I always make people, like, always not make people, but like, well, I guess I do write the plans on that, right? So I kind of do make them, yeah, I do make them do free weights in that. But they thank me, right? Because they have less lower back pain, all of that. Like you can't strengthen your lower back. It's kind of a off topic point, but I'm just gonna make it real quick. You can't strengthen your lower back like properly without free weights. Like for example, doing like a Romanian deadlift, which is when like it's a deadlift basically, a normal deadlift, but you nearly touch the floor and then you go straight back up, and then with your arms always locked out. And that will like really strengthen your lower back, your hamstrings, hits your core well as well. Having like a little bit of forearms as well. But yeah, you can't. That doesn't compare to like some. I don't know how you strengthen your lower back with machines. Come to think about it, I don't even know. But yeah, anyway, I've been doing the PT business since November of 25. It's now July 27th today as I'm recording this. 2026. So like 7 months now around there. And yeah, it's been good learning how to like, because I didn't really work in the gym that much before this, but learning how to deal with people and how if they can be awkward about money or timings or and also obviously I have things with contracts and all those kind of things, and protect you and to protect myself, all of that, and yeah. But yeah, and then obviously this is obviously an entrepreneurial venture, of course, this channel, um, yeah, which I've really been enjoying doing. I hope you guys are liking these kind of things, and I do ramble a lot in these videos, but I ramble about topical things and helpful things, like fitness and business, and I haven't talked about breathwork or meditation. Maybe I could do that in another one, but yeah, that's my entrepreneurial journey so far. And actually, wait, I forgot one. Well, it wasn't an entrepreneurial because it wasn't my business, but I was helping. At the time, I was looking like I wasn't doing anything at the time. I was unemployed. I was looking for something to do. But there was like this like property company, like a friend of a friend or something knew this person, and then they knew me obviously, and then it was like Sahel was a good guy, and I think he'd be good at this, or and I was doing that for a bit. Actually, yeah, I can tell the story. Why not? So basically it was like doing a property inventory, if you know what that is. So basically I'll go to like a property, pretty boring. You basically just take pictures of pretty much everything, like opening up like the kitchen cabinet, all of that. And then let's say like you open up the kitchen cabinet, there's like a mark, there's like a big scratch there or something from like a rat or something. You take a picture of that, you let them know, the bathroom, like the toilet, the shower, on the ceiling. Even if there's like, I remember the guy told me, he was like my boss at the time, like even if there's cobwebs, just take a picture of that. And I was like, I don't just like get rid of it. And he's like, nah, just take a picture of it. So it's like even just that a bit less work for you. You might as well just like you don't need to do more than is required with a job. That's like anyone who's done any job ever will tell you that. For sure. Like even it's quite funny. Like a friend of mine told me recently, with how advanced like ChatGPT is, how amazing it is. Like his boss would tell him to do something. You get it done straight away with the ChatGPT, and then and his boss thinks it's like a 4-day thing. So then his boss will ask him like in like on the second day, like, how's it going? And he's like, yeah, it's going well. Just like, and he's just got all this free time. He's got it done now. He's chilling, but his boss is not like up to date with all these things. Like older generation, right? Yeah, there's like some older generation definitely like are on that, but then like a lot still aren't. And I don't know how crazy ChatGPT is, how amazing it is. Like, asking very specific things. I remember I would come to think, wait, another entrepreneurial venture. I would use it before to like write workout plans. Not like fully just to write the whole workout plan, but a lot of it. A lot of it, like working in programs, like specific things, like this person is gluten free, and they don't like if you tell ChatGPT this person is gluten free, they want a gluten free diet, with more fish than meat, and they love training calisthenics, and with some weights. Give me a diet plan, a workout plan, and it'll give you like all amazing, sick. Like just being specific. Like you think, oh, if I be this specific, it won't be able to do this, but it does literally. It's amazing. It's nuts. But yeah. Oh yeah. What I was saying there, the other entrepreneurial thing. I was working with a guy in the US in New Jersey. He found my Facebook profile, sort of like fitness content I was doing, and was like, I want to start, you know, training with you as a client and working on a fitness app together. And at first I was like, what the heck? Like, it seems kind of odd. Okay. And I was looking at his profile. So he had a Skool community. You know, Skool is like it's spelled Skool. It's like a subscription basis thing. Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens are the co-founders of it. I think Sam Ovens is like the main founder, and then Alex Hormozi. Obviously, they're both co-founders, but yeah. So basically, a subscription thing where there's a lot of like free communities as well, but yeah, subscription thing where you can teach anything. Like Hamza has one, as I mentioned before. So many people, like this guy, Nate Belmar, brother of Luke Belmar, who I think I mentioned in another video on entrepreneurs. He has one. I think it's called Anime Shreds, where he teaches people how to like get the most shredded, chiseled, amazing physique, like an anime physique, right? So it's such a sick name. So Anime Shreds. He's a shredded guy. Nate Belmar, if you don't know him, he's got like long curly hair, like he's always shredded, shredded year round. He talks about things with biohacking, and biohacking really is literally just as far as I know, it's just doing a lot of health things that well, you could say as simple as like staying like just having your shirt off and like just wearing shorts in the sun. You're getting vitamin D. Your testosterone is going up with that from the vitamin D, right? And you feel good for your hormones. I don't know if you sleep. I used to think about the whole like circadian rhythm, and like it's good for like, because it sets that 12-hour clock window or for you to get to sleep, right? But like I wouldn't really notice the difference honestly when I was doing it. Yeah, I didn't even finish what I was talking about there. But with that guy, we were working on a fitness app at one point, and then I remember we launched way too quickly with that. I remember the mistake we made with that, but it was not enough work at all. Well, I think actually we put out an ad for it like on TikTok or something, and it was just not ready at all, which I knew, and I didn't like voice my concerns properly. Again, like obviously just lower level experience and way more experience. Now I'd be able to handle that way better and spend like 6 months honestly on it. Honestly, man, 6 months, and then even then, if I think like a month out, to 2 weeks, a week out before launch, I don't think it's that one like 100% and 100% ready. I think I can still fine tune these things. I think I need to re-record that video for the bench press or pull ups, whatever it is. I would do it then. I'm like, no, I can make it that bit better, and it will go, and we'll get more sales because of that. So you learn a lot as an entrepreneur. Sales, people skills. People is number one. With anything, with any kind of sales, and whether you're working in the gym as a personal trainer, whether you're a barber, whether you're a waiter, like whether you're working even at the cinema, like, yeah. Yeah, I covered a lot of my entrepreneurial thing. I can't remember what I started talking about this video, but yeah. So we'll leave it there, and tell me if there's something you learned from this, because I'm kind of trying to think now. I mean, well, I guess, yeah, the one thing you can definitely take away is don't give up and keep trying. This thing doesn't work. Okay, how can I get it better? Can I talk to this person about it who's got this experience in this field? How can I get this better? All right, I really tried, didn't work. All right, let's try this. All right, let's try this. And make sure, don't keep like dipping your toe in and out of something. Stick to something and really, really like research it. Talk to anyone you know about it. You don't know anyone in the field. Let's say, okay, there's a networking event. Go to the networking event. Oh, you're anxious, you're nervous. Just go. You meet cool people. Force yourself to talk to people. And yeah, like me right now, I'm not stopping. I'm going and going. I'm trying something new. If this thing doesn't work out, I'm gonna try another thing and another thing. So yeah. Hope this was insightful. See you in the next one. All right, bye.